Am I the asshole ruining my friend's birthday party by taking back the cake I baked for her? My friend is quirky. She was never diagnosed with anything, but she is very clueless sometimes. I have had to spell things out for her a lot. Few months back, she borrowed a dress of mine. I really love that dress. There isn't any sentimental value, but I got it when we were on vacation few years ago. She also loved the dress and one day just transferred the money to my account and told me that she was keeping the dress. I spoke to her, but she just told me that doesn't matter as she has paid me. Her birthday was a week ago and her mom asked me to bake a big cake for her. I usually sell cakes cheap, little more than ingredients cost. On her birthday, I went over to her house with the cake 15 minutes before the party was due to start and then decided to talk to her mother. Like I said, sometimes my friend is really clueless sometimes, and I was hoping her mom would speak to her and get my dress back. I was very shocked when she also said that as long as I was paid, what does it matter? She told me to just move on as it was just a dress and that my friend really liked it. She told me as long the dress was paid for, what am I complaining about? I got really pissed off and pulled out the amount she paid me, put it on the table, picked up the cake and left. She got mad and started yelling at me that I was ruining the party. I kept walking back to my house. She kept telling me to give back the cake and that I couldn't take it back just because I want to be petty. I just asked what she was complaining about as I had paid back the money. My friend ended up having a cakeless 16th birthday because of this. Am I the asshole here? NTA obviously, but I'm dead laughing at this. They can have the, so what? It's paid for, mentality, but if it comes back on them it's petty? Lol.
Not the asshole. But you should have just stolen the dress back while at the party and Venmo'd her money back to her. Now you have no friend, and no dress.
It was not for sale. It cannot be replaced. End of discussion. She did not have a cakeless party. They just had to go to the store. Not the asshole. You were openly disrespected and stuck up for yourself.
Petty, yes. Asshole, yes. Justified, also yes. It wasn't the kindest or most mature thing to do, but hey, you don't let people walk over you, so respect for that.
Not the asshole. I think you are a troll, but this was way more satisfactory than most. Not the asshole for demonstrating a fatal flaw in the family's approach to logic. They're wrong, by the way.
Not the asshole. She's not a friend I'd like to have. Doesn't matter if she sent you money, unless you specifically told her she could keep it. The dress still belongs to you. Seems like she can't do no wrong in her mother's eyes. I would definitely have done the same thing. If your friendship means anything to her, she will give you your dress back.
Not the asshole. Your friend is entitled AF, but her mother is the real piece of work here. What the hell kind of parenting is this? Her kid borrows something, refuses to give it back, and thinks that it's okay to just pay you and keep what she wants. She stole from you, her mother backed her up, so you cancelled the job and gave her a refund. They are not entitled to your services in addition to stealing your dress.
She also loved the dress and one day just transferred the money to my account and told me that she was keeping the dress. Fuck that birthday. Not the asshole. Edit, with the family clearly being to blame for this shitty character development, I would as well oops the cake against the next wall, read as smash the cake into the next wall or furniture to make it inedible and a pain in the ass to clean up. Then again, you made the cake and eating it yourself is also an option. Now that I have written it out loud, take option 2, don't waste food on greedy people. Sorry about the dress.
Not the asshole. There wasn't an agreement to sell the dress. If it wasn't for sale, it cannot simply be bought. People can't just take something and give a random amount of money for it. Even if that amount is close to or exceeding the value of the object, it was your property and you didn't want to part with it.
Not the asshole. This is great. It may be petty to some people, but it sounds to me like this was just the way to teach your friend and her awful mother a lesson. And she's not really your friend if she just disregards everything you say about your dress. Who makes up rules that you can take whatever you want as long as you give some money for it? By that logic, you could walk into her house, say you really like their TV, and leave with it as long as you throw some money on the stand where it used to be. The level of entitlement is ridiculous. I know it's easy to say, but you should probably think about getting a different friend.
Not the asshole. If this post is true, that friend isn't your friend and something is wrong with the family, which you shouldn't be associating yourself with.
Not the asshole. You did not consent to a sale, so it was stolen. You do not owe a birthday cake to any friend who pulls shit like that.
Not the asshole. And what she did about your robe is theft. Paying you back does not change anything.
Not the asshole. But I would have waited until your friend went to the bathroom or something and taken back the stolen dress too.
Tell you mom, dad. This theft and illegal. Also go to the school and tell them she stole you dress and you're asking them for help to get it back. Keep making a big deal till you get it. Laughing my ass off. You should post this in r petty revenge.
Not the asshole. They played a stupid game and won a stupid prize.
Are you sure the dress isn't damaged or lost? I can see a situation where a dress got destroyed and the friend went to her mom, who told her the right way to handle it is to pay you for it. It's a little kooky to keep that secret from you, though. Not the asshole. Did you get the dress back? Not the asshole. If I weren't old enough to be your much older brother, I would so totally want to be best friends with you.
JTA. Justified the ass. Your friend Anne's her mom are insane. I would have found the dress in her closet, gave back the money, and took it with you too.
NTA. What you did was ETA, but more Ethan justified. What she's doing is stealing. If you have proof, like TXT messages, that you never gave consent for her to Keo, it'd tell her unless she gives it back I am contacting the police. Act like you have all the proof thanks to the chat etc. and definitely TWLL your parents.
Not the asshole. Don't dish if you can't take it back. Did you get your dress back? Not the asshole. They didn't buy it, they stole it then paid for it after the fact for whatever reason. Honestly, after she decided to buy the dress when it wasn't for sale, I would have found a way to get it back and then cut their entitled asses off.
Anyone else thinking the friend either lost or ruined the dress, but couldn't be bothered to admit the truth to op.
Not the asshole. Is she another version of Veruca Salt or something by any chance? It's petty and justified. Borrow isn't the same thing as for sale. Let me try to throw some money at the library. They'll be happy to see me donating, but they'll still expect to get that book back.
That cake's name? Albert Einstein.
Do you have a picture of the dress? Maybe the internet can help you find a replacement.
You didn't take the cake back. You paid for it. What are they complaining about? Not the asshole, and this belongs in r petty revenge. This story would do well there.
Not the asshole. Your friend and her mum are though. Friend sounds entitled, and her mum is fueling that.
Not the asshole. She's not clueless, she's an entitled bully. She knows exactly what she's doing, and hides behind the plausible deniability of feigned stupidity so that she can steamroll over you. And after talking to her mom, I'm sure you know exactly where she got it.
Not the asshole. Holy shit. Give them the money back and go take your dress. They can't argue, you paid for it. Opening parenthesis colon.
Not the asshole. Love how you shoved their words right back at them.
It doesn't matter if it was paid for or not. It's still theft under the law since it was never for sale. Talk to your parents and an officer. Not the asshole. I mean, you should have left the cake on the table and walked out with the dress.
Not the asshole. This person is not your friend. They are not quirky, that is how they were raised by their parents. NTA, and please tell me you somehow got your dress back.
Not the asshole. Honestly, what you did was perfect. Who on earth thinks that it's okay to just steal someone's dress under the guise of paying for it when you by no means said it was for sale? That mentality is just plain rude.
Not the asshole. Your friend is entitled and her mom is an enabler.
I really hate this sub. Was what they did shitty? Yes, obviously. Then why is you doing it back to the any less shitty? You were an asshole back, but it was warranted.
Everyone sucks here. You are the asshole for taking the cake back, in my opinion, although I can see how people think it was justified. A better thing to do would be to physically go and take your dress and pay them back for the dress, leave the cake and end the friendship. Now they probably won't want to talk to you, therefore you now definitely have no chance to get the dress back. Emo, the cake transaction has nothing to do with the dress transaction. You had beef over the dress, not the cake, but instead escalated it and involved the innocent cake as well. Not the asshole. Also take the dress back. I'd have posted pics of me eating that cake with ice cream. But I can be petty like that. Not the asshole. I would get $201 coins and dumped it all in their faces and took whatever I wanted as long as the total is $200.
Text her and tell her what she's doing is theft. You never agreed to let her keep it, and unless she gives it back that you'll contact the police. Police won't really do anything, but scaring her and her mom might work. Tell your parents too.
Not the asshole. Just for the first paragraph I could tell that your friend is not quirky, she is just selfish. Cut that out of your life.
Her mom sounds like the source of her cluelessness, better to stay away.
Not the asshole, but you played your hand wrong. You should have put the cake down, given the mom something to fuss over, then slipped away to the bathroom, then go in her closet to take it and leave. Also, you can just transfer the money back, saying you never agreed to it, and tell her to give the dress back or you'll show up to her door with a police escort to get it.
Not the asshole. A similar thing happened with roles reversed. I borrowed a dress that I absolutely adored. I offered to buy it from her, but no dice, so guess what? I gave it back. 5 years later she decided she will never be able to wear it again and gave it to me. I was thrilled, but under no circumstances would I have just thrown money at her and kept it. The audacity is beyond the pale. I love your choice of retaliation, but obviously it went over their entitled heads, like mother like daughter in this case.